Today, I'm going to give you some fantastic tips for belting. The first thing that I try and drill into my students, and because this comes up a lot, belting. Everybody wants to belt, is belting does not feel how it sounds. Now, what does that mean? Everyone who walks through my door, to begin with, believe that belting is the chest voice feeling. So I'll say chest voice because it's time to start thinking outside of those kind of little boxes that we put things in. The biggest thing that people have to get their heads around, singers I've worked with, and for me, was understanding that the feeling I feel when I'm lower down the range and I'm is not the same feeling as I feel when I go It is not the same. That's it. End of lesson. So understanding that actually when you get higher up the range, if you want to belt, you know, if we're talking sort of like getting up to a B flat, a B, a C, D flat, D, in that area, you know, where everyone starts talking about mix, it feels different. Yeah, we can call it a mix. You can call it whatever you like. But if you think of belting and you want to get high up in the range there and you try and bring up that chest feeling, that's when we get into trouble. That's when things start getting a bit pressy and you start blowing your vocal folds apart and all that kind of stuff. And it just doesn't sit right and it doesn't feel right. And, you know, possibly you can start causing yourself a bit of trouble or a bit of tiredness or a bit of scratching. Try this out. Forget the sort of grounded heaviness of it all. Yeah. If you want to get high up in that belt, it's time to lighten up. Yeah. Hey, happy belting. Hey, how you doing? You know, getting into that kind of like that, how you would speak. Yeah. Oi, how you doing? You know, if I went, oi, how you doing? Oi, oi. It's too much, too pressy. Oi, oi. We got to get into that. Less air. Try blowing out some air before you try and hit those high notes. Yeah, when you're practicing, you don't need all that airflow. The air pressure is building up under your vocal folds. If you're going to do a belt and you go for it with a glottal onset, you're already setting yourself up for some pressure, air pressure to be built up underneath those vocal folds, ready to make that sound, make that big sound. Think about the onset going into the note. And when you're practicing belting, start on an A. Yeah, like a A, A. Or we can even put a Y in. Yay, yay. But we got to get that A sound. A, 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 O. Imagine you talking to someone across the street. Hey, hey, how you doing? Next tip, retract. You've got to retract. You've got to get those false vocal folds out of the way to make sure that you don't get that constriction. You don't get that kind of breaking, that cracking sound. Next tip, get your twanger on. Belting is loud, but it's loud not because we're driving air and we're trying to push the volume. It's loud because we're using that AES narrowing, which gives you that singer's formant, yeah, which gives you that ringing. You can hear it, yeah, from afar. It makes everything sound really loud, really bright, and really on pitch. Don't anchor too much, yeah. All you're going to do is get tense and constrict. So you've got to just find a happy place, you know. All this kind of grounding into the floor is good, but actually it's like a grounding into the floor with a light as a feather feeling at the top end. Up and out of the head. Hey! Hey! Try and imagine a bit of a lighter sensation, like a head voice feeling on a thick fold. Got to get your larynx up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, getting the larynx height up, tongue height. Yeah, if your tongue and your larynx pull down, then you're going to find it hard to get really high belts. So we're going to do a little exercise. A, but we're going to start getting the A instead of A. Let the air flow out. Don't squeeze too much here. I'm bad for that. Soft palate high. This is the like little special cherry on the top. If you can get that soft palate up, you're gonna nail it. Effort here. That's how you get up there. That's how you get to that D. Try it out. The whole room's ringing. I'll see you next time at Singer's Advice.